what day it is or if it's morning, evening, or afternoon, but thank you for joining us. I'm Daniel Hargrove.
I'm Justin Domashevitz. We've also got our trusty producer, Andrew Gross, here with us. We got lots of fun stuff to talk about. Most of it's Seahawks related, but we'll mix in some other football. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
There was a point during the Seahawks game where I actually started rooting against them.
Ooh, I like where this is going. But first, let's go with the 2-minute drill.
Let's go, hold up. Gotta hurry. Hey, 2-minute situation, 44 seconds, hand the ball to ref. Gonna do it right. 3-jet Buckeye, don't worry.
The 2-minute drill starts now.
Daniel, after Ohio State dismantled Clemson in the Sugar Bowl, should the Jacksonville Jaguars consider selecting Buckeye quarterback Justin Fields with the first pick in the NFL draft instead of presumptive number 1, Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence?
Well, there's two schools of thought here, Justin. The first one is they should draft neither and let Gardner Minshew be the quarterback of the future.
Yeah.
Or they should let Gardner Minshew go to a well-run organization so that he can actually succeed. I'm not going to go as far as Andrew as saying that he should go be the Patriots' next quarterback.
Ew.
Because that would be gross.
Ew.
Which is probably why Andrew would want that to happen.
Gross.
So I think that if they are going to move on, which would be better for Gardner Minshew, if and when somebody else gives him a chance, they should go with, they should probably still go with Trevor Lawrence.
You made that mostly about Minshew.
I know.
And barely about the question.
Justin, should the Miami Dolphins consider going with Gardner Minshew? No, that's not the question. Should they consider selecting a quarterback with their early first-round pick? Or has Tua Tagovailoa, who was absolute trash today, done enough to secure his spot as the franchise quarterback?
I think it's hard to judge these quarterbacks so quickly, and Tua's only about, 10 games in to his career, and he got pulled early a couple times as well. But this is kind of a unique situation because 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft that you acquired via trade.
That's weird.
And you have a pretty good team built around it, so I understand the argument for considering another quarterback, but you're not going to get Trevor Lawrence, you're not going to get Justin Fields, so you're going to be left picking from whatever the other scraps are. I think you'd be better served to build up the offensive line and the wide receiver group, get another weapon for Tua, and really try to make a big push in the next couple of years.
I like it.
The San Diego Padres traded a handful of prospects to acquire former Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell last week. Daniel, did the Mariners make a mistake by not trading for Snell?
No, they did not. The Padres have built up their team so much that they have a good team. Their window is now, and even after trading those prospects, they have built up their farm system so much that they are still considered to have a good farm system. And the Mariners are really close to this. The Mariners are a year or two out from being in this same position, and when they are in this position, they should do the exact same thing. Their farm system is loaded right now, but they're not quite there with the now talent. Once some of these young guys move up, then they can go out, get that starter or two that they need, and then they'll be perfectly ready to go finally compete in the playoffs. Not just to get to the playoffs, but compete in the playoffs, and that's what we're all hoping to see. Former NBA MVP James Harden recently added the Portland Trailblazers to his list of acceptable trade destinations. Justin, should the Blazers try to bring in Harden?
Well, God, no.
No! So I just realized that before the show, I thought you were asking me that question.
Yeah.
And I was just going to yell no, a la Michael Scott.
You can still yell no. I think the way you did it was just fine.
Okay. And I realized I totally stepped on your answer. And then as I was just reading it, I was going, oh, my bad.
Well, here's the thing about this. I feel like increasingly as time goes on, the most likely scenario continues to be Harden probably gets traded to the Sixers, probably reunites with Daryl Morey, and Ben Simmons is probably going to Houston in that deal.
Is it weird that this is going to end up happening in season instead of before the season?
It is kind of weird.
I thought it was weird that...
But it was a really short offseason.
That's true.
Which didn't leave for as much time. And also, Harden didn't really seem to get to, the peak of his bad attitude until, a couple weeks before the season. So, I guess there's a part of me that really wants Houston to do, Pittsburgh did with Le'Veon Bell and just be like, no, screw you, dude. We've got you under contract. We're not going to let you act like a child and then give you what you want, which sets us back in some way. Like, if the Rockets could actually get a really good deal for Harden, then yeah. And in fact, I read an article earlier today that had some of potentially what the Blazers could offer to get Harden. And some of those deals I was looking at, I'm like, if I were the Rockets, heck yeah, I'd do that, because some of them bundled guys like CJ McCollum and Gary Trent and Zach Collins and Nasir Little. And in some of those, you're not only like all of them, besides the one that just said straight up Dame for Harden, which is a ridiculous, preposterous thing. Every single one of them included CJ McCollum. And for me, I don't want to trade CJ McCollum straight up for James Harden. No. So the idea of adding anything else to that deal as a Blazers fan is ridiculous. But if I was the Rockets and I was staring down the possibility of picking up guys like CJ and Gary Trent and Zach Collins, and actually one of the deals had Yusuf Nurkic in it too. It's like all this young talent, you have a chance to bring it in. Yeah, but for the Blazers, heck no. None of those deals make any sense to me.
No.